Welcome back to a new video. In this video, we are going to do exploratory data analysis using Python and its libraries like Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, and Seaborn. Our dataset is going to be about volleyball players, and I'm going to add the dataset's link in the description of this video. So you can either download the dataset and code with me or directly watch the video. Let's start coding. We are going to start by importing the libraries that we are going to use in this video. I'm going to import Pandas as PD. I'm going to import matplotlib.pyplot as PLT. And after that, actually, PLT is going to be. After that, I'm going to say Seaborn as SNS. And these are the libraries that we are going to use in this video. We will start by loading the dataset we are going to use. I'm going to say data frame is going to be equal to the PD read CSV, and its base name is Volleyball Nations League 2023.csv. Also, you can see from these files in here. So after loading dataset, we can see how good it's loaded. Is there any problem like using the dataframe.head method to displaying the first 5 rows? Also, you can use tail for checking that it will display the last 5 rows. We have player, country, age, attacked, block. I think these are the points, serve, set, dig, receive, and position. Actually, I don't have really volleyball knowledge. I don't know these positions, but I think these are the ratings, and we can do a good analysis on this dataset. So let's start by getting the shape of this and seeing how many rows and columns we have. We have 131 rows and 10 columns in this dataset. Okay, let's get the summary statistics of numeric columns. I'm going to say data frame.describe for this, and after that we will get that like the mean age is 27, the lowest age we have the 19, and the highest is 41. And on the attack side we can see that the mean is 5.64, and we can see the others. Also, we can check standard deviations for having an idea about the distribution. And great, so let's check the NA values. We are going to check data frame.isNA, and if we run this, it's going to return booleans like false, true, and if I say sum, it's going to give me the totals in column wise, and we don't have any, so we can just move on. Let's check for the duplicates. We will say data frame duplicated. Again, if I run like this, it's going to give booleans. If I say sum, it's going to give the total number, and we don't have any. Great. So let's check the correlations. Let's check if any column, we are going to check for numeric columns, if any numeric column is correlated with another, which means they are moving in the same way. Like correlation can take values between 1 and -1. 1 means strong positive relationship and -1 means strong negative relationship. -1 means that strong negative relationship, which means that one is increasing while the other one is decreasing. And on the positive one side, strong positive relationship, they are going to increase together or decrease together. Great. So what we are going to do for this is I'm going to set something like numeric columns, and it's going to be data frame, select data types. I will give include both integers. We have integer ISO age, and we have floats in dataset, and I will say dot columns. After that, I will say correlation matrix, and I will say data frame numeric columns. I'm going to filter them like this, and I will take the correlation of them, and I'm going to print this correlation matrix. And here it is. Great. So how we can talk about this is, of course, age is going to be perfectly correlated with age itself. Attack, we are just going to skip them. We will check for, let's say, higher than 0.6 or lower than -0.6. So here I see serve and attacked is correlated, and I'm checking for others. I can see here attack serve again, and okay, we can check the correlations like this, but we can also create a heat map and see them clearer. How we are going to do that is we are going to use Seaborn's heatmap method. So I'm going to say seaborn.heatmap, and after that I'm going to say correlation matrix, and I'm going to set the anode as true, and then I'm going to set the color map as cool warm, and I'm going to set line width as 5. So we can give it a title like correlation matrix heat map, like this, and I'm going to use plt.show at the end of this. And here we can see we have a nice looking correlation matrix. We can see it clearer right now. Also, let's say that you want a bigger plot. So what you can do is, let's get this cell, and we will say plt matplotlib.figure, and we will set the figure size as, let's say, 20 to 12. And after that we are going to get a bigger graph like this, or we can just say 15 to 10, and we will get something like this right now. Great. What I commonly use is, I commonly use 12 with 8. I commonly use this when I'm working on Jupyter notebooks, and here it is. Since we are in a Jupyter notebook, it's not displaying bigger, but if I make it like full size, it's going to be different than this. So we can just check how it changed, like 8 to 6, and we will see a smaller one, and after some values it's just showing same, but on the notebook side it's not like this. So I commonly use 12 to 8. Great. So let's get the value counts for position column. What we can do in here is, we can say position counts, and we can say data frame position, and we can use that value counts after that. And after this, let's get the position counts like this, and here we can see the position counts, and we can create a nice looking pie chart with this information. For that, I'm going to say matplotlib.pyplot. I will say position counts, and after that I'm going to set the labels as position counts.index, and after that I'm going to say auto PCT is going to show the percentages on the graph. I will say 1.1 f 100 percentage sign. Start angle is going to be 90, and after that I will say plt.title distribution of positions, and I will use plt.show after this, like this. Great. So what happens if I remove this auto PCT thing in here? You see the percentages in here right now, and if I run like this, they are going to disappear. I generally prefer using it, like if I use that, they are, and it's nice. Okay. The most occurring value is OH, and the MB is following that. Great. So for labels, we give the index in here. Since it's a Pandas series, like we can just check the type of this, it's series, and its index is the labels. Like, let's just call their index. You will see that we have the indexes in here as our labels. Let's group our data by country and calculate the average attack for each country. For that, I will say average attack by country, and I'm going to set this like data frame group by, and I will say country. I'm going to take the values of attack, and I will use .mean after that, and let's call this after setting this. Here we have the Argentina at the top and USA at the bottom, but this is not sorted. So what we can do is, we can just say sort values, and we can say ascending false for sorting it in descending order. And here France is the leader, and we can just check the bottom 5 for getting the lowest one, and USA is the lowest. Okay, great. So let's create a visualization with this. Let's create a bar chart. I'm going to say average attack by country, that sort values again. I'm going to plot the sorted version. I'm going to set ascending as false, and after that I'm going to say plot kind is going to be bar, and after that I'm going to say title is going to be average attack by country, and X label is going to be country, and Y label is going to be average attack, and I'm going to use plt.show after this, and here it is. Great. So let's say that you don't want this much of countries. What you can do is, you can just say .head after the sort values thing, because you will take the sorted version. I will say head, and let's get the 4 of them, and after that we are going to see that we have 4 countries. We can just change this number like 6, or we can get the bottom 6 like this, and great. Okay, let's do some group bys. Let's group our data by age and calculate the average serve for each age group. So for that I will say average serve by age, and it's going to be data frame group by. We will group by age, and we are going to take the values of serve dot mean. Great. So let's get this Pandas series we created. Average serve by age. Great. Let's sort this in descending order. Great. Oh, it's 0 for 41. Interesting. Maybe there's not much entries with the 41 age in the data set, and let's say like we have one and its serve value is 0. He is not the server and it's not appearing in here. Also, why I am saying him is instead of her, it's a data set about men league, and I'm pretty sure only the one gender is included in this data set, because I saw on the Kaggle that this data set is about men's league. Great. So I'm not going to set variables with group bys after now. I'm just going to write them. Let's group our data by country and position. We are going to do a multiple index group by, and then calculate the maximum attack for each combination. So I'm not going to set this to variable. I will say data frame group by, and now we are going to group by 2 things. So I'm going to give them within a list. I will say country and position, and I'm going to take the maximum value of the attack. That maximum. Great. So we have a data like this right now. We can just say reset index after that, and here we have this. Also, let's display like the first 20 of them, and here we can see that after the head method, what we can do is we can say sort values ascending is going to be false. Also, we now need to set by, since this is a Pandas data frame, I'm going to say attack. So it's going to be something like this, and we will get the maximum values. Like Japan's, this position is the leading one. Netherlands, this position is the second, and we can just use that tail in here for seeing the lowest values we have. And Argentina's this position has 0. Actually, we have a lot of zeros. Okay, great. Let's do a final group by. Let's group by country and calculate total dig for each country. I will say data frame group by. I'm going to group by country. I'm going to take the values of dig, and I will use that sum after that. And here it is. Great. Okay, let's create some plots. Let's create a scatter plot between block and receive. So what we can do is we will say plt.scatter, and we are going to say data frame block and data frame receive, like this. After that, I'm going to say like plt.title, it's going to be scatter plot and block versus receive. And let's set an X label like block, and let's set an Y label like receive. And let's use plt.show at the end of this. Actually, there's a problem with the column name receive. Let me quickly check what it is. Okay, I need to do like this, and now it's going to work out. No, it didn't. So I will call data frame.columns, and after that I'm going to take, okay, there's a space after this, so I need to use like this. Now it's going to work smoothly. Great. Also, let me quickly show you how we can change that space. I'm going to say data frame.rename, and I'm going to say columns, and I'm going to open a dictionary. After that I will say receive. Actually, I need quotes like this, receive space to receive the new value, and after that I'm going to set in place true for modifying it original, and I will say run this, and we are going to see that it's modified on the original version. It didn't because I made a mistake. It's written like this, receive, and now it's going to be modified on the original data frame. Great, we don't have that space. So if we run like this right now, it's not going to work. If we write it like this, it's going to work out smoothly right now. Great. So let's create a box plot for the distribution of serve values. So for that, I'm going to say seaborn.boxplot, and I'm going to say x is going to be equal to data frame serve, and I will say plt.title, and title is going to be boxplot distribution of serve values, and let's say x label is going to be serve, and we will use plt.show. Great. Let's create a histogram for the distribution of age with age groups. So we will say plt.histogram, and I'm going to say data frame age. Let's set the bins as 20, and let's set the color as sky blue, and let's set the edge cover as black, and I'm going to say plt.title. After that, I'm going to say distribution of age, and our x label is going to be age, and y label is going to be frequency, and I will use plt.show after that. Great. Okay, let's create some plots with the group bys, and then we can finish our analysis. Okay, let's create the bar chart for the average attack by position. So I will say average attack by position, and I'm going to say data frame group by. After that, I'm going to say position, and I'm going to take the values of attack, and I will use .mean after that, like this, and I'm going to say average attack by position .plot, and I'm going to set the kind as bar and color as green, and I'm going to say plt.title average attack by position, and we are going to give the x label like position and y label like average attack, and I will use plt.show after that. And here we can see that they are sorted in different orders, so we can just do sort values, and we can just set ascending as, let's set true this time, and here we have our plot. Great. Okay, let's create the line plot for the trend of serve over the age groups. Bar plot is a better choice, but I also want to show you the line plot in here. So I will say serve trend by age, and I'm going to set this as group by .age, and I will say serve.mean. Also, I'm going to press enter 2 times in here, since I want to do a separate plotting site. Like in here I also did that, and in here I'm going to say serve trend by age.plot. I will say kind is going to be blind this time, and let's set markers like this, and let's set the, there's problem, I'm going to fix that like this. After that, I'm going to say line style is going to be like this, and let's set the color as orange. Great. So after that, I'm going to say plt.title serve trend over age groups, and I'm going to give them x label like age and y label like average serve, and I'm going to use plt.show after this, and here it is. Also, you can change this color from here like blue, etc. You can do different things. Great. Let's create a final plot and finish this video. Let's create a stacked bar chart this time, and let's create a scatter bar chart for the total attack and block by country. So I will say total attack block by country is going to be data frame group by country, and we are going to group by country. We will say attack and block in a list. I need to give them in a list like block, and we will take the sum of this like this. Also, let me show you how this looks right now. We get the value of these two in here, grouped version. Great. So we are going to create a plot of this like total attack block by country dot plot, and kind is going to be bar, and we are going to set the stacked as true this time. And let's set a color map. This one, I like this one on stacked bar charts, and I'm going to say title is going to be total attack and block by country, and after that I'm going to say plt.title. We already set the title, so I'm going to say X label, and it's going to be country, and I'm going to set a Y label like this, total value, and I will use plt.show at the end of this. There's a problem. Let me quickly check what it is. Okay, there's a problem about the color map. I wrote it with Y, it's going to be V like this, where this, and great, here it is. So now we can see the attack and block by country. Also, we can change the sorting of this, like we can say sort values after that, and we can set ascending as false, and we will get like, also we need to set by, since we have a data frame, let's set by attack, and we are going to get a sorted data like this. Great. Thanks for watching the video. I'm sharing 2 or 3 new videos every week about data science and Python programming. You can subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. I have a playlist named Data Science Projects where I have more than 20 data science projects with their datasets on that playlist. You can just reach to it from the cards of this video or the link in the description. See you in the next tutorial. Have a great day.